Wonderful. Let us begin reviewing quiz number 5. And we should be talking about creating our own XLR cables. I'm in the studio. Those XLR cables right over there all have been made by students. The first question is pretty basic, just to get you oriented to remember which one is the XLR cable. That's the one with 3 pins. Before I knew what it was called, I just called it a microphone cable. So the microphone cable with the 3 pins, that's XLR. Okay, tinning is the process of putting a thin layer of solder before you join the two wires or the 2 points, whatever it is that you're putting together. You put a little solder on this one, put a little solder on this one, and then it makes that process of putting them together all the easier. Now, so the next question talks about melting solder compared to the melting point of solder compared to the melting point of wires. So the important thing to understand is that the melting point for the solder is lower than it is for the wires, right? If it were higher or if it were the same, well, we might as well just melt the wires together, right? But since it's faster and easier and safer at a lower temperature to melt a different metal to join those 2 copper wires, that's why we do that, right? Okay, good. The next thing is a little safety point I like to make sometimes, that the heat that you're applying to this end of the XLR cable can travel all the way down to the other end. So if you do a good job on this side, or you go right over there, you might feel the heat on the other side. Or if the helping hands that you're using were holding onto the part that you were heating up, you could burn yourself on that. So just try to be aware of that. Try to get those. Try to be safe, I suppose, is the lesson of that question. Okay, and pin number 1 is the pin that carries ground on the XLR cable. Okay, thank you very much, and have fun.